What is up? What is up? We are back and we are black in this bitch. Hey. Hey, 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 yeah. What is going on? Nah, I ain't finna say nothing. What's going on with y'all today? This is the No I Don't Know TV series, podcast, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. Shout out to everybody that's at the corporate plantation. That's what I call it. Whether you're big or small, short or tall. If you're playing basketball or football, you are still at the corporate plantation. Facts. Man, it's a lot going on, as you can see. I'm pretty sure everybody got a lot of shit going on. I just thought I'd hit y'all up. You see, I'm jamming right now. On my phone, looking up shit. Feel me? Everybody out chilling. Some niggas probably fucking. Probably at another bitch's house. Supposed to be at home. Bitches probably out at another nigga's house. Supposed to be at home. But whatever you doing, you better get paid. Hey. Man, it's a lot going on. Let me turn this shit down. Man, so much is going on today. So much to talk about. Man, I got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about that Floyd Mayweather podcast that he was on, the Drink Champs. Said some very interesting things. But I really want to talk about the pushback of the institution. Lil Boosie, Planet Fitness. He goes to Planet Fitness and try to work out, and they tell him, we don't like what you said. So since we don't like what you said, you can't work out here. First, let me tell you something, Lil Boosie. Planet Fitness ain't shit. I had a membership at Planet Fitness. They don't offer shit. It's nasty and stanky in there. And basically, the overhead is so cheap, and they can cram all that little bit of equipment in there. You know what I'm saying? So you should have expected that. Expect that anywhere you go. And the reason why I say that is because the institution is the LGBTQ element XYZ. And we have to understand that that is rooted and grounded in the dominant society. And that's the agenda that they're pushing. So anybody that speaks out against that, that's what you're going to get. That's why you see Dwayne Wade popping up everywhere. He's this likable guy. And what I don't like about the Dwayne Wade situation, I already spoke on it, but what I really don't like about it is you are pushing it. And it's almost kind of like you in agreement with it. And you being from Chicago, you should know good goddamn well, okay, if that's what he's going to be, fine. If you're going to be moist, fine. But to push that agenda, that shows lack of education. And I still stand on what I said about Gabrielle Union. On one hand, you talk about the racism at NBC. And then on the other hand, you're doing the dominant society's work for them, pushing that agenda. So that lets me know that Gabrielle Union is not well read either. Because if you read Dr. Frances Welsing's The ISIS Papers, it talks about genetic annihilation. And she often goes in about the LGBTQ community and homosexuality and how it's pushed on us by the dominant society. So with that being said, why would you do that? That's one. Two, those are not your children, like I already said. So I don't understand where are our black sisters at and black brothers that are in agreement with Bootsy? And it's like, hey, Gabrielle, you doing too much. On one hand, you talking shit about racism, but on the other hand, you're backing racism. How? The LGBTQ community, that's backed by the dominant society. Don't think because they're gay, they're not racist, because they are. Hollywood is ran by racist homosexuals, period. Whether people want to ignore it or act like it doesn't exist, that's who it's ran by. That's why they like to put niggas in dresses and shit and do all that moist shit. Makes them feel safe and secure. And here's the thing, when you start to speak out about it, and you want to be a part of that community, then you're gonna have to choose and make. You're gonna have to choose your battles wisely. Now, for Lil Boosie, he already got a fan base, so he probably don't give a fuck. So that's good that he's speaking his mind. But when I look at people like Dwayne Wade, like I said before, we gotta understand what it is. A lot of people may not like Floyd Money Mayweather, but he spoke his mind on that podcast and how he was like, y'all don't like Donald Trump, but the economy is the best it's ever doing. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like him. I'm able to feed my family. And I'm going to do what I need to do irregardless, whoever the fuck is in office. I like what he said he spoke about a lot of stuff. He said, and the real Jews were black. And then I like the question he posed at the end of that interview on Drink Champs. He said, so when Columbus came over here and he went to shake the Native Americans' hands, first of all, how could you give them a classification on their land? One, and he's right about that. Two, how you gonna call us African Americans, but when I went to fight in the Olympics, I was representing America, not African American, not Africa America, not African America, but America. So he was bringing up some valid points. The thing that I would tell my brother Floyd is, the only thing I want you to know is the Native Americans were Moors. We were already over here. We were already building the ships and already cultivating the land because they couldn't cultivate the land. It's dying. They know what the fuck to do. Cannibalism, eating each other, doing all kinds of fuck shit. First of all, Christopher Columbus didn't even know where the fuck he was going. He thought he was going to India. And he needed Moors to get him over there because he didn't know how to sail. He got lost and they almost died on that damn boat. He didn't know where the fuck he was going. But since the Moors, who ran the sea, that's why they put out this stereotype that niggas don't like to swim. Because they don't want you to know that the Admiralty Maritime Law is the law of the sea that was transposed into the law of the land. That's a whole nother subject. But what I'm telling y'all is you got to know your history. I don't know a whole lot, but I know enough that when I listen to the little words, because they use little words and trickery and bullshit and fuckery, you got to listen to those words. See, Planet Fitness is a part of the institution. Be expecting other venues to close off from you, Lil Boosie, and be like, nah, we ain't fucking with him. Because the LGBTQ community is the mob. And they be pretending like they love black people so much and love our movement so much as long as they can control what we say and what we do. Hence is the mob is who killed Sam Cooke. So seeing that's who orchestrated that assassination, that should let you know. That's why we'll compare them to the mob. Because the LGBTQ community, and not just them, it's people behind them that's not even a part of that community that will fund that. Because they will maintain racism, white supremacy. That's why I said what I said about Ellen. Where the hell was your antennas at when Mike Brown got killed? When Oscar Grant got killed? When Alton Sterling got killed? When Philando Castile got killed? Where were you? How much money did you pledge to that? But anytime it's anything to do with some moist shit, she will parade you around and put you out there so you can know. That's the shit that I don't like. And that's the stuff that we, as a people, we got to stop. Somebody should have pulled Dwayne Wade's coattail. My nigga, you're doing too much. I don't want young boys to think that's okay, especially at 12 years old when they ain't touched no woman. They don't even know what the fuck is going on. But you can make that decision for them. And what I don't like about Gabrielle Union, those are not your children. And you're playing a dangerous game because those are not your children and you out of line doing that shit. And now you're letting me know all I need to know about you, and you a funky bitch. And guess what? You're going to receive more flack in the end. Because on one hand, you're trying to fight racism, but on the other hand, you're pushing their agenda. How you pushing their agenda? Go read the ISIS paper. See, a lot of these black celebrities are not well read. They will not research, understand what's going on, and do what they need to do. This is what they do. They get their platform and they push their agenda. And then when they say something that's out of turn, they retract it because they're beholden to the dominant society, whoever's being paid. They're just like how we are at the corporate plantation. That's why at the corporate plantation, you can't say what you want to say because you probably won't have that job, just like them. That's why I think it's very, very imperative that you start looking at what the fuck is going on. Because when you see this shit, I'm like, wow. That's why watching the Floyd Mayweather interview on Drink Champs, it was very insightful because he was just like, I own my shit stock and barrel. I own all my shit. I got a lot of investments and I'm going to live my life. And I don't care what the fuck anybody say. And I'm going to take care of my people and I travel big and I do it big. And that's me. More people spend their time worried about what the fuck Floyd is doing and not enough time worried about what the fuck they should be doing. So I'll give them props for that. And I'll also give them props for saying the real Jews was black. Shout out to the Hebrew Israelites. That's real. At least they put it out there. So it's like, when you see this stuff, it's like, wow. Wow. You know, out here in Vegas, Trump was just here last night, so traffic and shit was all fucked up. And, you know, just listen to people, fuck Trump and all. It's like, nigga, you better be worried about what the fuck you gonna do. Fuck Elizabeth Warren, fuck all them people. The motherfuckers been coming to my door, knocking on my door, sending me these bogus ass text messages. Voting for Elizabeth Warren or Buttigieg or Bernie Sanders is like voting for Thomas Jefferson. And if you know your history, you know what Thomas Jefferson did to niggas. You know what Andrew Jackson did to niggas. So why the fuck would I vote for any of these people? So funny, Elizabeth Warren, she held a little town hall at Cardenas. That is the Latino restaurant out here, or grocery store out here. But you're yet to do anything for Native blacks. At least Obama did go to Doolittle. He didn't do shit, but he went to Doolittle. No, you're not going to go to Doolittle because black people ain't trying to hear that shit. For the most part, we have awakened. And if you don't understand what's going on, you are being replaced by the Latino community. That's why every movie that has come out that I have seen, they have taken a turn and engaged more and made it towards the Latino community. The last Terminator that came out in November was geared toward the Latino community. Bad Boys 3 was geared toward the Latino. Hell, he had a half-breed Latino kid, if you ain't seen it. I just was like, wow, don't nobody see where this is going? That's why you got all these groups that come here, get the land, wealth, and resources, and then talk shit about niggas. That's why when I look at the whole Dwayne Wade shit, it's like, why is it nobody? Because don't nobody want to touch it. Because don't nobody want to get shitted on. Don't nobody want to do nothing. That's why we got to get behind people that is willing to stand up and be like, hey, you wrong for that, man. What is you doing? But we won't do that because we're afraid of whatever people are going to not like us or what they going to think about what we say or what we do. We got to stop that, man. Educate ourselves. Really, really educate yourself. When I watch shit, I always pick the symbolisms out of everything that I watch. When I watch Teen Mom on MTV, I watch Teen Mom. This is what I love about Teen Mom. They don't have a whole bunch of black women on there on some bullshit. And then the black women that do got their shit together, they don't show them a whole lot. There's this one sister from Vallejo, the Bay Area. I think her name is Ashley. And I like how she called out all those other white women on that show and how fake and phony they were. And not just that, I look at how a lot of these women, is one girl on there, she got 3 different kids, 3 different baby fathers. One is black, one is Puerto Rican, and one is Colombian or whatever. And I said, this is very interesting how Dr. Drew and MTV will basically be in alignment with how this girl acts on TV. This white girl has put her hands on people and most shit. It's 2 of them that's been like that. But one of them has. And they just cheer on. Coddle her, make her feel a certain type of way. And I said, that bitch is going to be a baby mama and be alone. And then when MTV is long gone and the bitch is broke, that bitch is going to be working a regular job and have 3 kids by herself. That's one. There's another white girl in there. She's got 2 children. I think she had one by this wealthy, I don't know if he's Jewish, but he's a wealthy white boy. And this bitch put her hands on her last man, beating him upside his head. They said this bitch had a drug addiction. She's a dope fiend. Oh no, opioid crisis. I said, wow. And what they do is MTV will enable her. And every time she gets stressed, oh, I need my medication, oh, this, and she get up in motherfuckers' faces and shit. And I'm like, wow. And all it is just enable. Then the bitch went upside the last white boy's head that she was with. That motherfucker got his baby, and now I think the bitch is gonna be facing charges. So it's like, but you're enabling this behavior. You're rewarding bad behavior. That's because they stay on code. They stay on code. There's another sister on there. She's Puerto Rican. No diss. Shout out to my Puerto Rican. Shout out to my nigga Leroy. He Puerto Rican, but he don't act like this. And if he watched this, he would be in total agreement with what I said. Now, this girl has 2 different kids. She has 2 or 3 different kids, 3 different baby daddies, or 2 different kids. Now, the only one that's around is the black baby father. But everybody else, she always has something negative to say about the black baby father, but everybody else, she love them, give them money. They come around, they fuck what they want to do, they do what they want. But the black baby father, because he don't want to be with her and he like to chill and kick it, smoke his little weed, it's always he's the bad guy. And I pick up on the symbolisms of that. One girl on Teen Mom, this bitch did a full-on promo, and they still had the bitch on the show. Now, you think that a black girl can get away with being on MTV? No, but that's what they do because there's a code that they go by. So what they're about to do is flex their power with Lil Boosie, because Lil Boosie got a lot of followers on Instagram. That made me follow him when he said that about D-Wade. I'm like, let me follow this nigga on Instagram. He's speaking some real shit. See, so now I'm pretty sure what's about to happen soon is I think they're about to either take his Instagram, if he keep talking about it, take his Twitter, because you know that's what they try to do, clip you when you have a lot of followers. That's why I don't want a whole bunch of people on my page. And the reason why I want a whole bunch of people on my page is because I don't want them take my page. I don't want them doing none of that shit. These are just things that you got to be worried about. That's why go watch that Floyd Mayweather interview on Drink Champs. Very, very good interview. Go watch that shit. And y'all got to understand these are institutions. So nobody's going to stand with you. That's the problem. Black people don't have a code, as Dilly Fuller Jr. talks about. There is no code of conduct. So when there's no code of conduct, guess what's going to happen? They can seek and destroy. They can divide you with fiat currency. They can divide you with things and make you feel like, fuck that nigga. I'm getting bread right here. And they'll make you coon. And I'm not taking away from Terry Crews, because Terry Crews is the biggest coon I've ever seen, besides Steve Harvey. The biggest coon. I'm telling you right now, man, the majority of these people that are in Hollywood are placed there to do certain things and act a certain way, and to perpetuate and push this agenda of LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ. Translation, genetic annihilation. Because if you're pushing that, that means people can't procreate. And has anybody thought about why they're making it so easy for people to have these surgeries and get on these hormones and all this other shit? Think about it. Now, you can just walk into a girl's bathroom and be like, y'all can't kick me out. I identify as a woman. Let a nigga do that shit. They taking your ass to jail. They want to see proof that you identify as a woman, and you better not think that it's going to be okay to be that way, because it's not. They're going to be like, guilty nigga, not happening. I'm telling you right now. That's the way it go. Don't ever think that that shit is going to change, because it's not going to change. Not one bit. The only way it'll change is when melanated people, native blacks, learn and read and understand what their history is and see what the fuck is going on. Had a conversation today with a young melanated brother, and I was like, look, go to college, get your education. But if you're going to do it, get it with something where you'll always be able to feed yourself. Don't go get your education in African American studies. And if you ain't planning on doing no tours and doing lectures and putting people on the game, don't go get no shit in no business management. No, you better get in something specific where you can always be employed for yourself. Go get you a trade. Electrician, plumber. Motherfuckers talk shit about plumbers and electricians. Them niggas make bank. And you're always employed. Because that's what they don't teach you. I was watching Boys Watkins today. He always dropped jewels. And it's real. He's got a real story to tell about how Syracuse treated him and silenced him. And that's what most institutions are going to do. Once you start thinking against the system, now, radical thinker, this nigga got to go. They don't want nobody that, they want you to be in alignment with them, not be in alignment with your own opinion and be oppositional of what they think. That's what reading does. It helps you formulate your own opinion. That's why I go real hard at organized religion, especially the Jesus said it shit, because basically it's just, well, Jesus said it and that's what I was taught, so just go with it. Nah, go research it for yourself. Don't just read this book. Go read the Dead Sea Scrolls. Go read all the other books of the Bible that are not in the Bible. Go read that. But we're not trained to read that. You know what we're trained to do? Jesus said it, go along to get along, be a conformist, be and say whatever they want. Don't be contrarian to what they think. Don't be oppositional. I get it. I understand that. But it ain't, you are who you are in this world. So kissing ass, and then you have the possibility of dying first and you kissing ass, then you'll just be knowing a motherfucker kissing ass. That's why I'm like, if I gotta be around you to get something and I can't just be around you off of love and respect, then I don't need to be around you. And I don't want nobody around me. I want people around me to soak up whatever game I'm teaching. I don't want people around me because of some type of resource that I might have. That's fake, phony shit. I don't need that in my life. And we gotta stop replicating that. And we gotta stop pocket watching other motherfuckers. Just watch your pockets. That's what I do. I'm worried about mine. And look, my problems are having problems. So I don't have time to be worried about nobody else's money. And I don't have time to be, look, if you don't really deal with that person that way, don't deal with them. But don't take it personal. It's business. That's what I got a lot from Floyd Mayweather's whole interview. Very much business. How he would say, oh, I'll go do a club for somebody if it's out of a favor. I only charge them like 10 racks. I ain't trying to break them. You notice, most people will be like, well, why you gonna charge them? No, charge them. This is business. I'm a household name. I don't blame Floyd at all. And spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. Niggas talking about, oh, well, we boycotting Gucci. Nigga, please. First of all, we got to establish what a code is before we start boycotting shit. Don't mean nothing. Boycott, you see niggas still buying Gucci. Buying Fendi, so keep buying it. So establish a code, establish where you are and where you're going first before you try to protest the situation or, come on, man. Now, I do stand with Boosie on, and fuck Planet Fitness. If you want to exclude him because of what he said, but then if that's the case, then white people should be excluded for a lot of the shit that they've said and they've done when it comes to native blacks in this country. Matter of fact, most white people will say immigrants built this country. Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden. That's what they'll say, right? They will not give it to native blacks at all. And they'll run with that. Why is it Donald Trump said that black people built this country, but Joe Biden says immigrants built it? That should tell you something about this system. The person that's bold enough to say whatever the fuck he want, and the person that's bold enough to look Native black people in the eye and lie. I'm telling y'all, understand what it is, understand where it's going. When you're looking around, what do you see? Do you see the concepts that somebody gave you? Or do you have your own ideology? Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have your own ideology on what life is about, then you're not an adult. You're a child. And you're going by what concepts and ideas and ideologies that your parents gave you. That's why when I got older, and I started reading, especially I would say around 2013, 2014. 2014, when I first started like reading, I was like, damn, this shit mean this? Oh man, these motherfuckers. Then I started reading shit like The Matrix of Power and Old Time Religion by Paul Tice and Jordan Maxwell, Sex, Symbol, and Stars. When I read that book, I was like, oh, these motherfuckers been lying. So I just think it's important to read. I think it's important not to try to be in alignment with people that's wanting to be accepted by the dominant society. I don't know what Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are doing, but to me, they act like this is a science project. And I'm really wondering what that child's mother really feels about them pushing that LGBTQ agenda. I really wonder. But I'll tell you right now, man, these are things that we got to worry about. Stop worrying about Donald Trump and who gonna defeat him. Donald Trump gonna win it. I hope he win again. You damn right. You know why? Because ain't shit gonna happen no way. He ain't gonna do nothing different than what the fuck these motherfuckers that's lying to you gonna do. Elizabeth Warren and Buttigieg and whoever the fuck else is running, them Bernie Sanders old ass, they not finna do nothing for Native blacks. So if they're not gonna do nothing for Native blacks, just keep the same motherfucker in office. Why would I wanna look at somebody different that's gonna, same toilet, different shit. That's all it is. So I don't give a fuck about no Elizabeth Warren with her lying ass talking about she was a Native American when really she was a Native pretendian. That's what she was. And Buttigieg, he can't even handle the shit that's going on in South Bend, all the racism that's going on there. But you want to handle racism for the whole United States of America? Please. And now that it's convenient to be gay or moist, now you want to let everybody, man, you can't trust none of these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers come out, act like they moist, and then behind they got a full-fledged family with a bitch just so they can get the backing of the dominant society to win. You can't put nothing past these motherfuckers, period. Nothing. But let me tell you what is real though about the dominant society. They may not agree with your lifestyle or agree with what you got going on, but they will definitely do business with you and be on code with you and not talk shit about you. Because if you notice, ain't nobody came out and said nothing negative about Buttigieg. Nothing at all. That's where this agenda is going. So remember that. So when you see the shit, understand what's going on. Motherfuckers worried about Roger Stone going to jail for Donald Trump and all this other shit. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, Elizabeth Warren is out here. I had a feeling she was out here again or trying to talk. Man, please. They sending motherfuckers door to door. Man, get the fuck away from me. No, I don't vote. I gotta go ahead and change my status. I'm tired of you motherfuckers texting me and sending me these generic ass, we want your support. I told them motherfuckers one time, I'm gonna vote for Thomas Jefferson. Fuck out of here. Fuck Bloomberg too. Any nigga talking about I created 500,000 jobs. And out of those 500,000 jobs, how many Native blacks are running them, are in control of them? None. But they'll hire a nigga to sprinkle some goddamn diversity on your ass, because that's the word that they use. Diversity means people of color. People of color is not defined by Native blacks. It could be defined by Indians. It could be defined by Latinos, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Those are broad, ambiguous terms to group us together. As Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, we are a special people. We built this country. And everybody's getting all the land, wealth, and resources and playing this benign neglect policy like as if niggas don't exist. Understand what it is. That's why I read this article about what's spreading faster than the coronavirus in the U.S. Racist attacks against Asians. You notice they're going to put everything out there except what's being done to Native blacks. Remember that. Remember that. I'm telling you. If we don't start waking up and paying attention, it's going to be hell to pay. That's why they rocking everybody to sleep with this Impossible Burger at Burger King, which ain't nothing but soy and bullshit in it and fillers. Just because it ain't meat doesn't mean that it's not as toxic for you as anything else. Soy is plastic. Soy will effeminize men. You better stop eating this soy shit. You're going to walk around with titties and you're going to have a fucking period and going to need some tampons. And you're going to be the nigga that we dropping off at CVS. Oh, I got to get some tampons. Nigga going to fuck around, have a period. Eating all this soy and shit. All y'all that don't know, go read How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Go read that book and then go watch What the Health. Go read the book first, then watch What the Health. Why, Warren? Because How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he wrote that book in the 70s. What the Health just came out in 2018. 2017. So with that being said, understand what it is. See, this is why I say the things that I say. Elizabeth Warren is talking about putting $800 billion into schools. But yet you have selective amnesia when it comes time to black wealth. I don't know what it's going to take for Native blacks to understand. Stay away from the polls. Stay home. Don't vote down the ballot. Fuck all. Any nigga to tell you to vote down the ballot, he's a goddamn fool. Don't vote for nothing. Why, Warren? Because what is it gonna get you? Everybody thought Hillary Clinton had it in the bag, and Donald Trump was like, fuck that bitch. I got it. And then he said he was gonna lock Hillary Clinton up, and then when he won, weeks later, it was like Hillary Clinton didn't even exist. So understand what's going on. Understand that this is mental warfare where nobody is safe. And don't forget it. Love and live life. This is the No I Don't Know TV series, podcast. Shout out to everybody else. Shout out to all my sisters and shit. One day maybe I'll have them on the show. I had my niece on the show a year ago. So maybe I'll have my sisters on the show and get their point of view. So shout out to my sisters, Tasha, Lil Angie, and all them. Shout out to everybody that's out there. I got to go see my nieces and nephews. They badasses. But anyway, hey, this is the No I Don't Know TV series. Shout out to Nuke as well. I appreciate everybody that be listening. Hit the subscribe button if this is what you fuck with. If not, then get the fuck on. Nigga, I'm not on here. I ain't worried about it. I already work a corporate plantation job, so don't even trip. Hey, man, I'm out. Peace. And guilty niggas